Brian Russell with the rebound. Brian Russell playing small forward. David Benoit played there last year. But Brian Russell, who almost missed that jam, has filled in nice minutes to go in the first period. Magic 9, Jazz 4. Hornacek trying to battle past Gerald Wilkins and does. Wilkins trying to hang right with him. Wilkins playing Hornacek, looking for Malone. There's that backdoor cut, and then a nice pass from Stockton to Ostertag.
That's the backdoor we showed in the opening.
Yeah. First half has 9 in this quarter against Ostertag.
Unfortunately, he didn't complete the game, and it ended right there. Some of the things that he hasn't done over his career, he's always been a standstill shooter. Got to develop more ways to try to score.
There's Shandon Anderson. Tremendous athletic ability.
Kenny Smith is he's a product of the game today. He's so used to standing at the three-point line and shooting shots. He's going to have to reacquaint his game without a
Smith to Gerald Wilkins. 10 on the shot clock for Orlando. Leading by 6. Another turnover. That's the 3 here at home. Kenny Smith, you can tell he's rusty. Long pass to Stockton. His grandpa, who's said to be the greatest football player in Gonzaga, and crafty wide receiver John Stockton.
What made that play was the miss.
No kidding.
No iron, no nothing. Just
33-29. Magic by 4. Stockton alone. 4.5. Orlando. Harold Armstrong. 4 on the shot clock. Armstrong loses the ball. Look at that pass to Stockton from Malone. Wow. In this period, quarterback Karl Malone to John Stockton. Take a look at this. Touchdown. After a commercial timeout, we'll join.
He has the patience, and there was no double team because they left Malone to play him straight up.
Stockton down on the baseline. Who would end up with it? Karl Malone. I think the pass may have been intended for Ostertag. 6-point Magic lead. 8:42 to go, third period. Stockton looking for some energy. Back-to-backs, John. There's the high screen and roll. Down to Ostertag. Nicely delivered.
And all.
Karl Malone. Ball fake and the drive. Oh, good grief. It's Christmas season. Assists in the game. 3-point lead for Orlando. Posting up Shaw on Stockton. They're going to get him for an offensive foul.
The guards.
3-point Orlando lead. $1,541 in his career. That's the all-time NBA leader.
There's one on the wing. There's a bounce pass to Ostertag. Watch this one. Finds Malone for the jumper. Throws back to Malone, and he slams it down.
All right, Hornacek to Malone. Stockton reverses it to Brian Russell. That's 3. And Shaw at 6'6". Gerald Wilkins at 6'7". Big guards. Stockton to Hornacek. This is what they do best.
Pick and roll coming off, not really looking for
this offense for the Orlando Magic. Cycling kept it alive when Foster couldn't see it, but he kept it alive into the hands of John Stockton, who pulled up for 3. Stockton, 50% three-point shooter. He has 10 in the second half.
He'll try to draw a foul here. Gets the shot to Foster.
Stockton to Foster. Over Orlando down there. Jerry Sloan was angry at his centers for allowing that same kind of play by Cycling in that game out of Utah. Here's Stockton. As the time ran down.
You know how tough that shot he was. He was standing.
Harold Armstrong for Derek Strong playing against Brian Russell. Too many dribbles probably stripped away by Utah. Shandon Anderson, look at his explosiveness. The Utah Jazz are over the limit, and Orlando's committed only 1.
Here's that vertical back pick.
Stockton on the penetration. Nobody there.
Nobody. Games like this last night in overtime. They're in a very tight one here tonight, and they. Stockton to Antoine Carr. Season opening down the middle. He's
Cycli almost got a piece of it, but not before down a point.
Classic pick and roll. Let's see what happens. Screen. Force Grant steps out. Not long enough.
Brian Russell wide open, and that was set up by the pick and roll.
Both teams strictly going to pick and roll, coming back to the weak side. That time Cycli set a big screen for Scott. Dagger.
21 to go in the game. Timeout. Magic. But Brian Russell, loose balls picked up by Cycli. He nearly threw it away and did. That's 2 consecutive Orlando turnovers in crunch time. And they pay for it. Stockton, 15 assists now.
Watch his pick and roll here on the left side. Malone, keep working. Stockton will get in the lane, takes a very tough shot. So tough, I can't believe it. You talk about a circus shot.
2 of 2 out of the line. Here's Stockton and Malone tonight. 39. Mark had 18 in the game recently. Malone, they've just been hammering away. Both of them tonight. Particularly in crunch time, Stockton really stepped it up, and we were questioned. 5-road trip. They're playing 5 games on this road. They lost the first one at the Knicks.
I'm right here with John Stockton. John, let's talk about the fatigue factor. You guys should have been the ones that were tired. Where did you get that energy?
Well, I think we got a little life when we started getting back in the game in the second half. Our defense gives us a lot of life. We can create some easy baskets for ourselves. So I think that was kind of the start for us.
What about the pick and roll at the end? They seem to have a lot of trouble with it down the stretch, especially in that spurt, 12-1 spurt.
Well, they didn't have any trouble with it early in the game, and we just kind of kept trying it. And I think they became a little bit more leery of Carl getting open on the wing there, opened up a few chances in the middle.
And also, John, they didn't seem to take opportunity or take advantage of their fast break opportunities because they forced you guys to turn it over some.
No question. I think especially in the first half, I couldn't be positive on that, but it seems to me like we were throwing it around in the first half, and we could have been in big hurt early had they capitalized on those turnovers.
All right, congratulations, John.
Thank you.
Okay, back to Chuck and Bob.